Woo, doggy. What's up?
How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Actually, I'm going to go grab a pen because I didn't grab a pen, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hey, Klon.
What's up, Dawn? How you doing?
Good. So our internet just went out like 15 minutes ago. They're doing some new construction a couple doors down for us. And we have a neighbor that lives in a really tiny house, and he's having a garage built that's 3 times the size of his house. So our guess is he's just going to move into the attic space above the garage and then maybe rent out the little house in front. But I was saying, we just heard a big boom about 15 minutes before we were supposed to get on this call, and now our internet's completely out. The power flickered a bit, so I'm glad we didn't lose that. But we had to log in with our phones, and then Barrett logged in separately, but we were getting that kind of 2 cell phones together, microphone feedback.
Oh, yeah.
He ditched the call, but he'll be in the little screen with me in just a second.
Yeah. Well, Teresa, Dawn is kind of in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, we're opening up. Barrett and I are opening up. They gave us the name Peachtree Fit Body Boot Camp because we're in the Peachtree Corners area, off of Peachtree Industrial and South Peachtree. So we're like Old Town, downtown Norcross. We're just around the corner from there, Peachtree Corners, and like right on the edge of Berkeley Lake. We're technically in Berkeley Lake, but we have a Norcross address.
Okay. Yeah, it's not too far. Only about 30 minutes.
We signed our lease back in August, so it's been a very slow process for our build out. The unit that we took over was a 6,000 square foot unit, and we were dividing it into 2. And we used the builder that the landlord referred to us because he said, "Hey, I got some push on this guy. I can get him moving fast." He didn't. He didn't really have that much push apparently, but it is what it is. It's turning out. I mean, we're making progress. So.
Are you going to end up with the total 6,000 square feet or no?
3,000. So we split it in half.
Okay.
Yeah. But the paint's up now. The bathrooms are built. We have like the space used to actually be a 7,400 square foot gym called Tri Fitness, and they had chiropractors and spa stuff and all that jazz, and they closed down I think like 2 or 3 years ago. So there was a massage place that came in, which is kind of cool because the massage place is a really small little family owned thing. They don't know how to do a lot of marketing, but they do cupping, and I know that's really popular with a lot of people when they're sore or what have you. So we might be able to throw them some business. But they took over 1,400 square feet and then not less 6,000, and so we took half of the 6,000. So it's been a process because we didn't have an electrical board or anything like that. It was all in one unit, so we've had to have all the electrical run and all that jazz. And then come to find out now, they said, "Oh, go ahead and get the electrical turned on." Well, we don't even have a meter because we got a new board. So I'm like, yeah, it's like it's speed bumps and a little bit of roadblocks, but we're getting through it.
Okay.
We just recently started talking to Quan. Actually, found him last week and started talking about our pre-marketing and stuff like that. So, I mean, we've already pretty much done everything in the set phase except for our final pictures. So, but we're excited. I went to Norcross High School. I grew up around that area. So we live in Swanee now. So we're not too far from Dacula. I actually have a girlfriend of mine that I grew up with, Keanne Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
What's her married name?
Reed.
Yes, Reed. Yeah, she goes to your place. She's done really good. I'm so proud of her.
She will hopefully be at 100 pounds lost this summer.
I know. I'm so excited. She's like 85. I saw recently she did a video with you guys.
Yeah.
And so she lost 85 pounds. I ran into her recently. Her oldest son turned 16 and they were out and ran into them. And I know her brother Kendall. We grew up, we all grew up together on the same side of town and stuff. So it's fun to have like fit fam,
Right.
So, but
Let's see, how many people we have here?
hey Barrett,
Yeah,
got your paper?
not as many people as I was figuring would be on today. Maybe
It's a
the
holiday week. A lot of people are out of town. Like,
no excuse. There are
Yeah.
things more important than vacationing. Fit Body Boot Camp, represent.
Yeah, always.
We're
Well, I got to tell you, well, let's just get started. Maybe people will join on the fly, but I have to tell you, I'm really excited to have you on, Teresa, because I remember asking Dustin, hey, I need some more ideas for, owners who can come on and really help us and give us some great advice. And he said, Teresa Wilhite down in Dacula, you should see her sessions. They're crazy. She's got like 40 or 50 people in her sessions. I'm like, all right, let's do it. So, guys, she owns 2 locations. I'll let her talk about everything, and I'll introduce her. Teresa Wilhite from Georgia. Take it away. Let's just go through, your background and talk about everything else.
Okay, so I'll try to do the background part. I helped a friend open a Fit Body, the first one in Georgia, actually. And so that's how I was introduced to Fit Body. And then we eventually bought into the gym. And then we opened a second gym, and then we had a gym divorce. So I owned one of the new gyms that we had opened. I have a business partner. We own it together. So that gym will have been open 3 years this October 17th. We are currently about 405 members at that location. Our second location we purchased in November of last year. They were closing doors on the gym, and we were offered to buy. So we bought it. It had about 7 members, and currently we're about 120, 130 members. And when I say members, those are members who like they pay every month. They're part of our revenue. People who are coming in professional, they want a trial. It's none of those who are actually members are on our EFT.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat how many members did you start with there?
70.
70. Okay.
Yeah. So when we took it, and 70, I'm using loosely, they probably had about 50 people who actually attended, and people who paid and weren't coming in. So, we were successful at our other gyms. So we were like, if we just take the same mentality to this, we felt like we could turn the gym around. And it's doing well. I don't spend a lot of time over there because that's not my big location, but they're doing pretty well over there. So we're not at all unhappy with that.
Is this your Grayson location now that you were talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right. So yeah, let's go in phases here. Let's talk about let's go back to Grayson a little bit later. Let's talk about Dacula.
Okay. And it's Dacula.
Dacula.
There we go.
Like Dracula.
Yep.
It's just off by 1 letter. All right. Can you give us some details on your Dacula location? We're talking about size, how many members, and staffing, or what have you.
All right. So we have over 4,000 square feet in that location. Ooh. So when we bought it, it was 2 suites, and then we bought a suite beside us. And we had to cut out like a firewall. So that got pretty pricey when we did that. Cost us about $60,000 to open that location. And a lot of it was just because we had to support the wall, drill holes in the wall to expand, because there are like 8-foot walkways in between.
That's just your build out cost, right? 60?
That would have included probably equipment too.
Okay.
and like the painting and the flooring and all of that. So,
all right. Okay. We're on the same page then.
And so anyway, that's how big we are. We have about 400, we're probably running about 410 members right now. So we've doubled it since like October of 18, we're in 19. We were, when we split, it was like October of 17, we had like 200 members. So we've doubled it in a little over a year. We've doubled the size of the gym. We have part-time trainers. We do not hire full-time. They are all part-time, which works for us because a lot of them have children. They, some only want to work mornings, some can't do early mornings, some only want to work evenings. So we have about 6 trainers that we do the schedule with. If I have to get on the floor, my business partner, I will also take a block of time if we have to during the week. We try not to do that.
All right, let me throw in a question there. Do you find that to be difficult to manage?
Not really.
No?
No, every now and then, but usually if someone like can't work a block, they'll already have their replacement. They'll be like, I reached out to so-and-so and they're going to work the evening. So it's really not. We pay our trainers between $15 and $23 an hour. It's really not enough to live full-time and make a living off of. So these are people who, enjoy what they do, but they're not trying to make a career out of, training at a Fit Body gym.
Right.
We have front desk staff. We have front desk staff that starts there every morning. My one lady works from like 8 till 11 every day. And then when we're open in the evening, our first class is at 3:30. Our last one's at 7:30. We have a front desk person there all evening. So we pay for, that's part of our payroll also. So our early morning classes are the only classes that do not have a front desk. We also have 2 trainers at every session. So if the chance somebody in a short notice could not show up, there's always 2 trainers. So there's always someone there.
It seems like you have good system of backup. And I would also ask, by having part-time coaches, I think you save a lot on payroll taxes too, isn't that right?
Yeah, I think we still do. We take out Social Security and we do all that, but like we don't offer insurance. And I don't know in the state of Georgia if we had to, if we went full time. So I do think it saves money. For us, it's just a good fit.
Yeah.
I went to Matt Wilbur's. I've been up to Matt Wilbur's. He believes in hiring full-time coaches, and they work. I mean, it's just hard. I would not want to come in and work all morning, have a few hours in the afternoon, and come and work all evening. I personally would not want to do that 3 days a week.
Yeah.
It just, your whole life is just, you live within a 4-hour period in the middle of the day. I don't want to do that. So anyway, part-time works very, very well for us.
How many part-time trainers did you say you have, Teresa?
I think we have 6.
6.
6. We may
Okay, thanks.
6 or 7. Yeah.
All right.
So
yeah, I've heard, I know that Matt goes full time. We had a call about, I'd say a month ago with Laura Alvarado. She had mentioned that she went to Matt's Domination, and when she returned, she decided to go full time with all her coaches. And she said it was the biggest mistake of her life because it just like skyrocketed her payroll, and she wasn't getting like the incremental value out of it. So now she's back to, part-time.
I would start part-time, and then if you want to go, it's harder. It's easier to go to full-time if you start part-time.
Yeah.
You start full-time and they're already set at a certain salary, and then you try to cut them back to part-time, that probably is not going to go over too well.
Yeah.
And most of our trainers work 15 to 20 sessions a week. So we have like 50 something sessions total in the week. A lot of their thing is if they close at night, because you probably don't get out of there till close to 9, they don't want to open the next morning, get there at 4:45, because we expect everyone to be there 30 minutes before our first class. So, you know, but it works well for us. It always has. We've never had any problem with it.
Great.
So let me talk about our class sizes, the times that work well for us. Our early morning class was always our rocking class. We have 45, 50 people in that. It sort of has transitioned to the second early morning class, to 6 a.m. And then for some reason now our 4:30 and 5:30 class in the afternoons run around 40, you know, anywhere. When school starts back, they'll be running probably 45 to 50 people in those classes. So we max out at 74. So, you know, we can easily accommodate those size classes. We don't reserve, you know, we don't do any of that. So
Right.
we just know if we only have 6 stations and we hit over 36 people, we have to split the station. You know,
Yeah.
people have to, you know, start their workouts separately.
Yeah, and this also seems that, I think, do you find that when you get up that high, you need more than 2 coaches?
Well, that's why we went to 2 so a year ago, not this past New Year's, but the New Year's of 2018, we ran a special. And anytime we run a special, we always did double coaches for that. Well, we had 250 people sign up for that special. So we went to 3 coaches. And then 100 of those people became members. And at that point, we were like, we have to stay at 2 coaches. That was our turning point to go to 2 coaches at every class. And you never know which class is going to be big. For some reason, one day the 3:30 may have 30 people. I mean, you don't know why. So we just basically do 2 coaches at every single class. I do feel like that helped us grow. It helped us to retain members. But there was a long time where we just weren't at that point. First of all, we couldn't afford it. And second of all, the classes just really didn't justify it.
I think once you get over 20 people per session, you need that second coach, right?
Yeah, 25. I mean, I would say 25 for sure. I mean, I went this weekend and worked out. We were out of town and I worked out in Raleigh. They cap out. They cap out at 25 people in their location. So I'm like, I don't know if they would ever really want to go to 2 coaches. You know, if 25 was my max. But for us, I love it. I love 2 coaches. It's very hands-on. And that when we went to Matt Wilbur's thing, we came back, we were like, yep, that's what we're doing. We're going to stay at that. And we bit the bullet, and it's been good for us.
So what's the demographic in Dacula?
So I Googled that because you had it on like the notes. So when I Googled Dacula, it's like around, it said 56,000, 60,000 was the median income for this area. We're about 70% white. I do know we did mailers one time, and you can pick like zip codes and you can see household incomes for that. So we have this neighborhood near us, and they're running about 100,000 for their neighborhood. But so, you know, we're about 70% white, and then I guess 60,000 is our main income here. The other location that we own is way less than that. It's in a lot poorer area. So I think a lot of that, the reason that gym was not successful is because their pricing was way too high for that area. So the first thing we did was reduce the pricing.
I just wrote down a note to ask you, what do you charge for membership fees typically? And do you have charter members? How many charter members did you start with? How many do you still have? What is the cost of the charter membership? And then go up from there.
So our charter membership was $97. You have to think about, like, we're in the South. Our cost of living is not going to be nearly what California or New York is. We're just not.
Yeah.
You know, so we were 97. I think stuck with 97 until we got 70. And then when we hit 75, we went up at that point. We were trying to figure out what is our cost to break even, you know, to be a profitable gym. Right now, our rates, we do like 4 different options. So if you do a 12-month agreement with us, we're $117 a month. If you do 6 months, we're 127 a month, and then 3 months is 137 a month, and then month to month is 147 a month.
What do you think your average is right now per client?
It's probably, I'll honestly say probably around 107, 110.
Okay.
The teacher rate, which is 97 a month. We have a lot of teachers.
Yeah.
And then we do our family rate. So let's say me and my husband both work out at the gym. Y'all both get 97 each a month.
Yeah.
Which that's benefited us. We have over 50 couples that work out at our gym. So,
Right.
You know.
And that's interesting. I mean, like you have a good volume of people, so you're probably running a 40,000.
Yeah, we're close to 40.
Yeah,
we're close to 40.
It's really good.
And we're still growing. So we just ran a special for spring, and we had 139 people sign up for that special. So we're just now in the process of converting those people over to members. I usually run about a 45% retention rate when I run a special. So I'm happy with that.
That's great. So let me ask you what if outside of ETF, what's sort of is your other revenue stream, and how big does that look?
Are you talking about supplement and all that?
Yeah. Well, not just that, the specials you run.
Okay, so let's talk about the specials I run.
Yeah.
We run 3 specials a year. We do New Year's, we do spring special, and we do back to school. So typically, I've jotted down my numbers here. So when I ran my New Year's special this year, I had 172 people sign up for that. So it was 6 weeks for $75. So 6 times 75, let's see, 75. And how many people did I have? I got a note here. 172. That was extra $13,000 of income we had in the first of the year.
That's great. Yeah.
So, and then the special we just ran, we had 139 people. And this is only at our Dacula location. I'm not even including Grayson in those numbers. They had their own numbers.
Yeah.
And then back to school, we usually have around 170 people sign up for that. Lately, all we've been doing is 6 weeks for $75. We do not do nutrition challenges to bring people into our gym. We run nutrition challenges, but they are once people are already in the gym. So we never run challenges for nutrition to get people in our gym. Never done it. Never have. We probably never will.
So you just run your low barrier offers, and I think that's when I think about Laura Alvarado, all she does is the 21 for 21. Yeah. She has amazing retention. She has amazing conversion, and in a short span, she has really just she has nearly 701 of her locations, and I think across both locations, she's got nearly 1,000. She's getting ready to go over $1 million revenue in her first location. So I guess what I want to say is that the low barrier offers like 21 for 21 really work.
I think so. The deal, and the reason it's longer than 21 days, because you'll find when people come in and let's say they're doing a 21 day, the first week their body's like, what just happened to me? And you're lucky if they make it 2, maybe 3 times. Don't let anything in their life happen. I mean, you can look, and I track our numbers. So after the 3rd week, there are some people who've only attended 5 classes. Sometimes that's just really not enough for you to make a commitment on and be like, yes, I'm ready to join. So for us, 6 weeks, if you've stuck with it for 6 weeks, chances are you're gonna stay. And we don't run them all the time. I mean, we know when we run them, our members share it. So it's of course you can always do the 21 day for 67, the corporate special, if we have walk-ins, but when we have, let's say we have 150 people brand new in our gym, it is all hands on deck. We have 3 trainers at every class. We have a front desk person. My partner and I, we are at the gym. We are making them feel like, hey, you can do this, So we grab a hold of those people and give them like the red carpet treatment. So that's our time to really just grow. During the summer and all that kind of stuff, we sort of just are on like, we're just chugging along waiting for the next special. That works.
So it seems like you've been in business at Dacula since 2015. Is that right?
16.
Okay, so it's
3 years in this October, 2.5 years.
And I think that's really you're saying that you doubled your membership in the past year, and I think that's pretty amazing. So what do you think has been the number one contributing factor there?
So all right, so what I think, let me just backtrack. So every month we donate to a local charity. So I know some people do Sweat Angels, and we had done Sweat Angels and then we scratched that. So like this month, our charity is The Exceptional. It's a charity that some teachers created to help people who are in special ed. Like, where do they go when school's out? So we have a special hashtag, and our members, when they work out, we ask them to check in using the hashtag special to our gym. So first of all, we're getting free advertisement from all of our members because they're checking in using that hashtag. Now, granted, not all of them do it, but a good many of our members do it. So all their friends know they're going to Dacula Fit Body because they're checking in every month, every time they work out with whatever charity we're promoting. So
this is on, sorry to interrupt, this is on social media you're having them check in?
Yes, everything at our gym is social media driven. Everything. So they check in on Facebook. We primarily use Facebook for that. And then when we run a special, I have like the flyer, I'll post it on Facebook, and we'll do incentives for our members to share the special. And so if they share our 6 weeks for 75, they're sharing it with their friends. Their friends already know they're going there, and they're like, hey, this is a great opportunity. This is a good time. Let me go see what this is all about. So we utilize our members year round to promote our gym, to share our specials. I did a ClickFunnels once. I'll never do it again. I don't understand it. It's way above my pay grade. I don't need it. I just, so they share our special, and we'll say, hey, we're doing a video like the video you saw of Keon, testimonial videos, and every member that shares it, we do a drawing on our private Facebook page, and we give out a free month's membership. So we incentivize our members to share our special, to promote it. But every month, it's always a charity. Some of the members will say, hey, this is a great charity. It's right in our back door. Most people know who they are, and they love to support them. And they'll be like, checking in for charity or whatever. So we use our members year round to promote our gym. And when I run like a special and I'm boosting Facebook ads, I never boost more than $500. So if I'm running a special and I'm running it for like 10 days, 6 weeks for 75, I'll spend $500 boosting whatever, and then I'm done. I don't boost other than that. My members sell our gym for us.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, to be able to have that kind of referral network is, I think, part of how you can really grow your business, and provided that you're providing great value to them, and it sounds like you guys are.
Right. Now, I will tell you, so when we first opened, and I mean, we didn't have, you had some classes that were 10, 15 people. What you want to do is a lot of people don't come because they don't understand what boot camp is. It's the unknown. And so they're like, well, I thought it was, military, so I can't do that. So what you want to do is make videos of where, like, get two groups together and you don't see the empty gym. You just see those people working out. Do little video clips. Oh, awesome job. Our 5:30 class killed it today. So when we first open, you want to do those videos so people will be like, oh, that looks like fun. Oh, that looks like something I can do. You want to show videos with heavier people, with older people. You want to be sure you're getting all of that. So when people are looking at you on Facebook, they're like, oh, well, if she can do it, I can at least try it. So you want to use videos people just don't come because they don't know that. I mean, that's the bottom line. When you open, if you don't have another Fit Body near you, they don't know what it's about. They don't know that this is something I can do. I haven't worked out in 10 years. I've been a stay-at-home mom. You know, I need to, they don't come because they don't know. And so when people come into our gym, I'm like, what made you come in? Why are you here? Like, I ask everybody. And they'll say, well, I saw your video. I saw your video on Instagram and I kept watching it, and I watched it for 6 months. And then I finally decided I, you know, would come in and do it. Or all my friends, I talked to a lady yesterday. She's like, well, all my friends come. She's like, so I've decided now it's time for me. And she came this morning, did her first class. So, you know, you need to sort of show people what you do so they'll be interested and at least want to come try.
Yeah, I think that I've gotten a fair amount of feedback from people because I'm in lead generation mode, and a fair amount of feedback saying, you know, hey, is this CrossFit? You know, what kind of workouts do you do? I don't know if I can do this, that type of thing. You have to sort of make them feel like this is for everybody, you know? And you're right, doing a video that has a very diverse group of people, I think will provide a window into the type of workout you do, and it really is for everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's great. Good information. Let's talk about Grayson. Now, I've had questions from other owners talking about, you know, hey, you know, what do you think about buying existing locations? And the truth is, I don't really know, and this is a really great topic here. So let's talk about Grayson and the progression and ultimately how you ended up buying that.
It was a quick turnaround of like 30 days. They had a date, they were closing the doors. It was financially, it wasn't a lot of money. And I think we got it so cheap is because they just really felt bad. The owner there was sort of out of sight, out of mind, and she had left it to a trainer there to run it. And she had no clue how to grow the gym. Like, she might have been a great trainer on the floor, but she really didn't know how to grow the gym. So we bought it with the intentions that their number one trainer would stay at the gym. We did not have anything signed with her, but we had met with her twice. And we did not realize when we got in there that everyone assumed that trainer was the owner. So when we came in and said, hey, we're the new owners or whatever, she got her feelings hurt and quit.
Oh, no.
So, and I'm like, holy cow, I don't want to go over there at 5 a.m. because it's a 30-minute drive. I'd have to leave my house at 4 a.m. So they had 2 other trainers. They, of course, needed the job, wanted the job. So they stepped up and have pretty much taken on more classes, and they pretty much are the 2 trainers over there at that.
Well, let me get this straight. The coach was offended that you went out and said you're the new owner.
Yes.
I think that's so peculiar. That's so peculiar.
And we were like, but you've never owned it. Like, the other lady who sold it to us was like in a different city, and she knew she didn't own it, but she portrayed herself to everyone that she was the owner, and they actually offered it to her and she didn't have the money to buy it. So we went in, we painted it, we bought new equipment. So we invested, you know, some money into the gym to let the members know, hey, we really want this place to be successful. So, and then we dropped rates immediately. So we took a loss of money because we knew if we offered it to new people coming in, the regular members would be like, what? You know? So we instantly dropped rates. And then we ran a New Year's special. We had like a month. We ran a New Year's special. We had 80 people come in for 6 weeks, and we probably kept about 50 of them. And a lot of them were former members who had been there before but quit for whatever reason, and they came back to give it a try, and they ended up staying. So.
Wow, that's great. I mean, you dropped the rates. I'm sure everybody was thrilled.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But what pricing were they at prior? 147. Okay.
Yes, and the weird thing about that gym was they had, like, our gym is all you pay once a month, but they had people paid on the 1st and 15th, the 10th and the 25th. Everybody at that's the demographics for that area. And so we left them that way, and we still offer that over there because those people literally live paycheck to paycheck over there. So we still offer that, but we definitely, we dropped it. So if you were at 147 and we came in, but we said, if you want the lower rate, you got to sign an agreement. We made them commit. And so they would go down, like it went down as much as $30 to $50 a month. So.
Yeah. Don't you think though, a lot of the commentary I get about paying on a weekly basis are people find it much more predictable and easier to manage their money. And you would think that people who have a lower income would want that, right?
Yeah. We don't even offer that tequila. It's once a month. Like, some people be like, we wanted to come out on the first of the month, but we just don't even offer that.
Yeah.
Most people don't get paid weekly. They at least get paid like twice every other week or something. I don't know. I don't understand the weekly, but I do know if you go to weekly, like Sierra Noble, she says it increased her income because you're actually paying more per month because you're paying weekly.
Yeah,
so,
I think you end up having a couple extra payments per year because of it.
Yeah, that's too much work for me. I'm not trying to do that.
Okay.
I don't understand why your client wouldn't just put it on a credit card, then they can pay their credit card once a week. I don't know. Some people might not be able to get credit cards, so never mind.
It's really weird. So just the demographics there is the whole vibe. Like we have our members at Dacula, and we let them work out at Grayson over there and come back and they're like, we don't like it. But that gym loves their vibe. But when our members from Dacula go over there, they're like, it's just not the same. Right. And it's not, but it's good for them. It's just how that gym is. And it's okay.
Hopefully we'll have a chance to ask questions at the end, because I'm just sitting here writing down notes. I got a lot.
Well, no, I think that for you, it's great because, you're not too far. And I'm actually, like, you're talking about Dacula, I'm actually shocked at the demographics. With 400 members, I somehow thought it was going to be much higher. But I think this kind of illustrates that if you bring real good value to the community, and you have demographics that are like not super high, and 60, I wouldn't consider 60 to be super low, but not super high either. It's kind of like, I don't know, in the middle somewhere. And it just it goes to show that you can build a really good business by bringing really good value to the community.
We have a great vibe at our gym. It's awesome. Like people, I just can't even describe how the vibe is at our gym. Everybody knows everybody. It's the place to be. It's, it's fun. Everybody has a good time,
I think, and one of the things you talked about was building that connection within your clients too. I think you talked about, and I think people really value that too,
And I'm very hands-on. So I'm an empty nester. My children are in college. My husband's works all day. So I'm very hands-on at our location. So I'm not there all the time. I am very hands-on though. So like last week I was looking at our absent members because I've been sort of out of pocket with my children. And so I just put a note on Facebook like, hey, y'all have been absent. I'm about to get on y'all. Y'all need to get back to the gym. And boy, people were blowing up Facebook, messaging, my cell phone. And I sat down and I messaged people. I was like, hey, it's time for you to get back. I don't know where you've been. And I just took a whole day and messaged from me, because I have front desk staff people who do that. They track absent members. But I basically said, I'm calling you out. You haven't been at the gym. You need to get back, because I feel like that's how we retain our members. And it's a lot of people to keep up with,
I think that's really important, because you really got to show that you care about them, and to reach out to them and say, look, you haven't been in, you need to get back in. This is for your health,
Well,
that's really important.
And probably by doing that, you probably had some members that called out some of their friends that were like, hey girl, she's talking to you. And then you didn't look like the bad guy, because it's okay for your friend to rag on you about it.
Right. Well, the funny thing is, because I'm sort of I'm the bad guy at the gym. Like if something something needs to be addressed. I'm the person who addresses it, so they're used to me like doing whatever. So you know, it's okay. If somebody's child is bad, I'm the person who has to go correct them. So you know, but I will tell you, I was at the gym last night all evening, and I had about 15 people come in that had not been there that had messaged yesterday. I was like, oh, did you get my message? All right.
And it's perfect timing, I think, for that, because summer tends, especially in Georgia, Georgia got out of school. Quan, you might not know this, but Georgia got out of school at the end of last week. So we're done. Like, everybody is bailed. They're out of town. They're on vacation. You will not see people during the summer that much because they're all traveling.
Right.
Oh, that's right, Teresa. You also mentioned that school starts like mid-August. I'm like, what?
No. We start like August 5th is our first day of school.
Wow. Right in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
Okay. That's very interesting. Now, question for you. Grayson, now you talked about the demographics in Dacula. Grayson, what's it like, and what are you charging your members there?
So the rates are the same. We
Okay.
same at both. But they were so high to begin with. When we knocked them down, it's sort of, I was like, well, if they were paying $147, they would be really happy at $117.
I actually think that was very smart, because you came in as a new owner. They probably didn't know who the hell you were, and all of a sudden you come in, drop the rates, and they were like, we like this person, you know. So, and also, so what are the rents and expenses that you're paying? You know, aside from your payroll.
Right. So Grayson is, oh my goodness, I don't even know the square footage, but it's a little tiny gym. And it's in almost like a duplex. And the rent is $1,600 a month. Dirt cheap.
Oh.
So say it caps out. You may can get 30 people in a class, but the majority, like 25, you're pushing it.
Yeah.
So it's very, very small. Now, Dacula, our rent's $5,400 a month. But that's for 4,200 square feet. So that's still that's not super high rent.
I'd kill for that rent because I'm not open yet. I have 3,400 square feet, but it's kind of effectively 3,000 square feet. And my rent is $8,300 a month.
So you automatically are going to have to charge more for your rates than we ever would.
Oh, I'm automatically going to have, you know, a killer open. I mean, I'm really pushing hard and really working hard so I can have a really just massive opening. And I know that people say, look, you're going to be able to handle, 300 clients. I'm like, I don't know, but that's a better problem to have than 50 people. Okay. And I need to have an extremely strong open because, 3 months after I open starts my rent, and I need to be more than break even.
And your charter rate may be 117 or 127, like that may be, or maybe you do 25 at 97, and then you instantly bump it up because your rent's so high.
Yeah, lady north of me in New York, also a very affluent area. She signed up, I think, 50 charter members at 127. So I think I might try to go to a blended strategy of doing a bunch of charters and then starting with a 6-week challenge at $167. My buddy not too far from me just opened about 2 weeks ago. Had great success. He opened with 150 people in a challenge, charging $167.
And when you say, are you talking about doing nutrition?
Yeah, that type of thing. 6 weeks. Yeah.
How would you handle 150 people walking in your door? Do you do the weigh-ins, or you make them be accountable for themselves?
That's something that I think we're going to talk about tomorrow on a call with Dustin Bogle, who's going to talk about challenges only. And people have been asking about it, and I will send you an invite if you want to listen to it too. Dustin's going to be on, and we get a lot of questions about, frankly, down to the basics of what a challenge is. and on to the more complicated stuff. So it's going to be a great call tomorrow.
Okay. Yes,
But
I'm just curious because when we do challenges, just the thought of having 150 people come in, if we had to do, if we have an in-body machine, so let's say we're doing in-body analysis, and then we're doing pictures before and after, and then we're doing measurements, the manpower and time alone to do that for that many people would just be overwhelming while opening a gym.
yeah, I think that's a good question that I'm going to ask tomorrow on the call. If somebody can remember to ask it too. I'm not an expert in challenges or how to run one. I was thinking of it in a very basic manner, and I thought that for an opening challenge for a new owner, I was just going to try to run something pretty simple and basic and not get too complicated.
Gotcha. Because we do Matt Wilbur's UTC, we pay for that program. So
Yeah.
every 2 weeks, people have to turn in a weigh-in. They have to get new macros. Like we pay our trainers to do that, and they're responsible for 30 to 40 members each to do that. But just the time alone it takes to do that, like I personally wouldn't want to. I'm glad our trainers do that because it's very time consuming.
Yeah. So, same staffing arrangement over there? Part-timers?
Yeah, they're both part-time. We're adding a third one over there now to sort of help with the early mornings. And then we have front desk staff.
So what do you think your total membership capacity is there over there?
Maybe they said at one point that gym was 250. So I would say maybe 250 or 3. The reason that is so profitable over there is because our rent is $1,600 a month.
Right.
I went to another Fit Body this weekend, and if you can only do 25 people in a class and you only do so many classes a day, and some classes are going to max out, like your early morning class is always going to be busy. I'm like, you've limited how much you can grow because of the square footage of your facility.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like at Dacula we could probably get up to 700-800 easy. That would be that would be very doable. But at Grayson, I would say probably 250 would be a good solid. I mean, it's making money now, but it would be pretty profitable at 250.
Well, you're going to get there, it looks like, but at the rate you're going, you doubled in 6 months.
Well, hopefully, we'll see.
But besides the fact that the rate, the VIP rate was kind of high, in your opinion, what do you think? Because I want people to know and understand what causes facilities to fail. So what do you think are the other factors?
Their energy, and first of all, okay, let me just start. When we went over there and worked out, their workouts were 20 minutes long. 20 minutes.
Oh boy.
So I'm like, you're paying $147 a month for a 20-minute workout. So we upped it to like 25, and then now we're straight 30. Like we're 30 minutes. The workouts, obviously, were not challenging because when we came in and we were like the new workouts, everyone's like, "Holy cow, I haven't been this sore in forever." And so they didn't realize how much they were doing. Just the energy and no one ever painted the gym. No one ever bought new equipment. It was just sort of over there, and people were just going through the motions.
Yeah. It sounds like people are paying $147 for a $30 value,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a great point because, people go to like LA Fitness. I go to LA Fitness, and you get what you pay for. You get a bunch of machines, no accountability, no nutritional counseling. Nobody really caring all that much about you.
Yes.
And places like LA Fitness are for the self-motivated and the people who have a plan and know what they're doing.
Correct.
But for $147 a month, you best be giving them some real value,
And I'm expecting them. Yes. I wouldn't pay $147 a month to go to a gym. I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't pay it. I had to be personal training me up in here. I just wouldn't do it.
Well, what if you were up in one of Matt Wilbur's facilities? So would the,
I went. We have the same energy as Matt Wilbur.
but would you
We're not 147.
right? But would you go if it were 147?
No, probably
No,
not.
still okay. All right, that's fair.
I would want my husband to go with me, and then you start thinking about, this is price. I don't think so.
Yeah, when I went to his nomination too, and I was shocked to learn that he's at 127,
Yeah.
and he's got multiple locations running $1 million revenues. So obviously, he deals in volume, which is great,
Yes.
and I want volume too. So I've been pondering this idea of having, a 127 membership, but in my area where demographics are north of $125,000 a year, I think I can do 147 and be just as sort of have the same volume per square footage. Yeah.
I would agree.
Okay, now that's great. That's great. That's what I want to know. I want people to know and understand like what makes your facility fail. And it sounds like the owner just wasn't there to keep the place running the way it should be.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's talk about marketing. The type of marketing that you talk about. You only do specials.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the other things you do in terms of advertising? You said something about like what you do with teachers and school staff. And I have also a note about something about Social Security and disability. And I have no idea what this is.
So that's what I did for years. I was a non-attorney rep, and that was my career before I started this. So I basically helped people get on Social Security disability.
Okay.
That's what your note is.
Oh yeah, okay, good.
That's what I used to do. So I had a thought and then I lost it. What were we? All right,
what kind of advertising you do?
What we will do. So first of all, teachers are a tight knit group of people. If they come to the gym, they always bring a friend. They don't come by themselves. So they just don't. So what we'll do this summer is we'll print up flyers promoting our 6 weeks for 75 when we kick off back to school. We'll take it to the schools. We have so many schools within a 10-mile radius of our gym, like probably 30, if not more. So we'll go take the flyers, give it to the staff, say, hey, put in teacher spots. We're running a special. We love teachers, whatever. We'll drop them off at all the schools. And so we'll try to draw teachers in because we have a great rate, $97 a month for teachers. We'll probably go up on that next year, but right now it's $97. And then they'll get their friends and they'll come give it a try. We have one school, we probably have 20 teachers at that school who come to our gym.
Do you actually list the special pricing rate on the flyer, or do you just
6 for 75? Not the teacher rate, but what our promotion is.
Okay, so you do that, and then once they come in for the challenge for 75, then you say, hey, if you want to stay, we have a teacher rate.
Awesome teacher rate. Best rate we have in the gym.
Yeah. How about nursing? That seems to be a pretty big one too. I didn't know if you do that at hospitals or anything like that as well.
So military, nursing, and teachers are all $97 a month.
Okay.
And then the rest of our marketing is when we just market to our members. We've done we did a bingo. We'll play bingo in October. That's our year anniversary. And so half of the bingo squares are all social media driven. You have to take a picture with the coach, post it on Facebook. You got to take a picture of a plane, post it on Facebook. So most of it's social media driven. They get tickets and we give away a free year.
Okay.
At our party. So everyone's encouraged to do it because we give away a free year membership.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. I like that idea. Get people engaged and having fun. Yeah.
Yeah, and then get the final stamp on their bingo card. You have to come to the party. We give away the free year. So which people probably come anyway, but they all come to complete their bingo card because they're all crazy and competitive. And then we did March Madness before we kicked off our spring special, and you had to pay money, and we drafted teams between the coaches, and you earned points for your team by taking a picture, a selfie with another team member, posted on social media. Taking a picture with the coach, posting on social media. So our members blew up social media. And then as soon as we were done with that, we said, okay, now you get points for sharing our special 6 weeks for 75. And then our videos, our testimonial videos, they got points for sharing those. So we just basically use our members to advertise for us. We did mailers one time, and I tracked the return on 10,000 mailers, and it wasn't worth it. I think I got like 4 people that came in.
Yes, I've heard that mailers are just not very effective.
Yeah, they weren't for me, and so we said we would never do that again.
Teresa, with the, you get a point for posting and stuff like that. Who keeps track of all those posts?
My front desk staff.
Oh, okay. So one person is tracking all of that.
Now, when we did March Madness, it was a little overwhelming. So I actually had to help do it. And my business partner, she got assigned. I gave her tasks to do too. So we all tracked on that for the month of March. And I was like, you know what? It's worth it. All the free advertising. So we had to, but like bingo, when they do stuff at the gym, the bingo cards are up front. They're in a folder by class time, because most people come to the same class time. They would be like, hey, I just did this, stamp my card, and the front desk people would, or we have 2 trainers too. So between 3 people up there, somebody can
Okay.
Yeah.
So the member tells the trainer, like, I did this, so check it off my list. Okay.
Now, when we did March Madness and they actually had to check in at Facebook and post all that, we had 234 people sign up to do March Madness. We literally went to 234 Facebook pages and marked it off. Yes, they checked in. They did this. They did this. They did it was a lot of work. So next we're going to do 2 weeks. We're not doing a month. We're doing 2 weeks.
It sounds like a tracking nightmare. Like
it is, but I'm telling you what, we had members who have not posted ever on social media in their entire life, who jumped in and became engaged and were actually all on board for that. So it was well worth it.
It was worth it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back to like, we're talking about marketing and stuff. Corporate leads. Do you
the
21 day thing running in the background with that, and you get a lot of corporate leads? How often do you get corporate leads, basically? And then I have another question about the ads that you do run, where you drive the people to sign up for those ads, because if you drive them to go sign up at your website, well, then corporate's going to snatch them up, and you've already.
We do not drive anybody to our webpage ever. Let's start with, I probably get about, the 3-day pass. We probably get, I don't know, maybe 10 of those a month. The first thing we do when we get them is we reach out to them, try to get them in the gym, and we're like, hey, you can sign up for the 21 days here. You don't have to put your credit card on the internet. So we're trying to get that $67 where we're not giving it to corporate. So we never.
Wilbur tactic. That's a Matt Wilbur tactic.
I mean, it doesn't make sense for them to get the money. So,
no.
Now, with regards to, we're still on Zen Planner. We're the rebellious who does not want to go to Club Ready. So and I think you can do this with Club Ready though. You can take a link from Zen Planner and put it on Facebook. So you can say, click here to sign up. It'll direct them automatically to Zen Planner, and they directly sign up for that special without ever going to our webpage.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm pretty sure you can do that with Club Ready too.
Okay.
Dawn, I think one of the things that's actually been pretty effective is and of course, corporate has their 21 for 67. A lot of people make the 21 for 21 evergreen and market that on Facebook themselves. So of course you get the revenue, and it's been very effective for a lot of people. They just run it constantly.
The other thing is, we did one time, 21 days. No. We did 5 weeks for $67, which was the same price as the 21 days for $67. So everyone got confused, went to the website and signed up, but they were really only getting 3 weeks, and we were trying to get anyway, we got on probation for that. So never run anything that's the same cost as corporate, because they'll get confused and sign up and they'll get the money. And they're like, well, you need to give them 2 free weeks, but we're going to keep the money. So I think I'm off probation now, but I was on probation.
Oh, well.
Oops.
Let me see here.
That's where you came with the $65.
We made the price different. Yes.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Totally
Yes.
makes sense.
So if we go to sign up, you're like, no, not the right price. Yep. And we'll put, hey, you can only sign up this through social media. We'll be posting it on our Facebook page. Find the link on our Facebook page.
Okay.
We don't drive anything to the web page.
Okay. Gotcha.
Awesome.
Some of the stuff we did, was you had to post a review on Facebook. You had to post a review on Yelp. You had to post a review. We have this Nextdoor app over here. That's some of the things we also did to promote when we were doing the bingo card and the March Madness. So.
Okay. You had mentioned family rates, and I know Kian's got one of her sons coming in with her now. What do you do with teens, and how young of a teenager do you how young of a child do you allow in with the family group for working out? I'm sure there's a waiver that you have the parent sign or what have you, but
yeah, the parent. So typically, let's just talk about family rates first. So a husband and wife, if they both join, they're $97 each. If they bring a child in, the child is $50.
Okay.
If they have a 4th child, the 4th child is free. 14 and up is our typical age range. If a 14-year-old comes, they have to work out with their parent.
okay.
Now, I mean, somebody's going to try to pull a fast one and say, my 50-year-old parents and a 25-year-old son. You don't let them pull that nonsense, do you?
No, if you're a self-sustaining,
18-year-old.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, my kids are 21 and they are not self-sustaining. They are living. So they're in college. They are not at all self-sustaining. Their credit card is my credit card. So let's just say you're 28 and self-sustaining,
Yeah.
I'm a realist with kids in college. It's a grind,
I don't know any 18-year-old that is equipped to be out in the world.
No.
I don't know many 18-year-olds that can even handle coming to the boot camps that you guys have.
You'd be surprised at how many high schoolers we have that are graduating and come.
Yeah.
Probably 10 or 15.
Oh, wow.
We run a summer special too, $75 a month for college kids who are home during the summer. And if high school kids want to come, it's $75 a month. We run that for 3 months.
Okay. I have another question. Do you sell supplements or do any of that type of a thing?
So we have not gone to the Fit Body supplements. I actually bought some this weekend while I was in Raleigh so I could try it. We sell the Ascent, which is made with monk fruit, which is
yeah. Okay.
It's $20 cheaper than what Fit Body's trying to shove down our throats right now.
Well, Ascent is an extremely, you are hard pressed to find anything cleaner than that. It is the cleanest protein that you'll find. There's no junk, there's no maltodextrin, there's no dextrose, there's nothing that's going to spike your insulin every 5 seconds. It's made with monk fruit. And it tastes good. They've got a lot of different flavors and it tastes really good.
Well, I got to tell you, I wasn't really on board with the supplement stuff until, a lot of owners have been, selling this stuff, and apparently it sells really well. And even my buddy here who just opened 2 weeks ago, he said he's almost out, so.
I'll tell you, if you never offered anything before and you open up selling it, no one knows any different. But for us, we've been selling the protein for $36.99. And the same tub of Fit Body, which is sweetened with monk fruit, is $59.99. That's $20.
Yeah.
It's a hard sell. So we sell Fit Aid. We have a Fit Aid refrigerator, and then we sell the Omega protein bars just to have something on the shelf. We do not really make a huge amount of money off of supplements. And we make some because we sell them pretty good, but I don't know what that number is. I don't track it.
Okay. That's a good point. Well, I think we covered all the topics that I wanted to cover because anybody or Jody, Don, you got any other questions? I wish we had some others on here, but I think that Don, you're getting the most out of this because you're like right there.
Yeah. Well,
And
gonna be what about 25 miles, maybe 30 miles away from each
Yeah,
other?
you should come. You should come to one of our classes. You should.
Yeah.
I don't know when you plan on opening, but
Well, Dustin is going to be doing training at your location in August. So we're actually going out next week to Dustin's jet fighter training. And then we are planning on signing up and coming in August. And hopefully we can open in July, but I think we're postponing it so that we can do more Facebook marketing and get our marketing game together because we're really behind the bell curve on that. Corporate's not really helping us too much. So we're working on that, and we're going to push that. We just started this week pushing that really hard and just getting that out and what have you. And then we're going to go out to Dustin's and then hopefully have at least 1 or 2 team members hired by the time we do the training with you guys and be able to bring some staff with us there. So they'll get something out of it. So we can kind of train them on what we want Dustin's and then get the real deal from you guys.
what's the closest Fit Body to you? Because I know there's one in Swanee that can't be too far from you.
I go to Sugar Hill. I was going to tell you that. So, but I have not told Derek and Lisa that I'm doing this yet.
You should tell them. So Derek was with us at Buford when he went. I love Derek and Lisa. So this is, if I was opening a gym, first of all, I would tell Derek, hey, Derek, I'm opening one. You're not even going to be close competition for him.
No, yeah, I know.
But what I would do is I would take a video of you at his facility. Hey, we're at Sugar Hill Fit Body. We're opening here, or come to our gym and do it. We're at Dacula Fit Body. We're going to be opening this kind of, this is what the workouts are about. This is what we're bringing, Now, I will tell you that I've been to Derek's facility and his trainers are not nearly as good as ours.
Yeah.
So
He's got quite a few trainers now. I think his staff is 10 people now, admins, and everybody's part-time as well. I did go to Buford. I have a couple of friends that go out to Buford. And Shay was actually out at the World Conference. So I met T for the first time there, but I didn't tell him I was opening either because I didn't want it to get back around to Derek and Lisa before I kind of let them know. They're so close to my house, I honestly might still be popping in and going over there, but I've been going since day one that they opened, and I'm very close with them. I do all of their marketing internally. So every Sugar Hill Fit Body boot camp shirt you've seen, we've made it.
So Derek and I talk a lot, but he's around the same size as we are. He has like 400 members.
Yeah. So
Don, you should definitely take Teresa up on her offer and go film a video at her place, just trying to showcase exactly what you're bringing to your community.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely. I don't know if Derek and Lisa would help me out with it or what have you. I just wanted to wait till like the right time, So I
will tell you because Shay is the one we had a gym divorce with.
Okay.
And when Derek and Lisa went to open their gym, they told Shay, and Shay immediately kicked them out of his gym.
That's horrible.
So none of us have good blood with Shay.
And I don't know the details of any of that, to be honest with you. I do know that there's bad blood somewhere, and I know Derek and Lisa aren't that type of people.
No.
So, but I'm afraid, because I'm still going to be running my marketing company. My husband was an Army Ranger, and the main thing is we're opening this up. That a little bit of our marketing. So I lost 35 pounds and I'm still losing. So, and I've gotten a lot of freaking muscle and, you know, I've got a lot better health and that kind of thing. So we've got that on that back end or what have you. And I know Derek and Lisa will help me out and what have you. I just didn't know when to kind of approach the situation. I kind of wanted to get closer to the back end being set up correctly with this stupid builder and all that jazz, and just be able to say, hey, okay, we're getting closer to opening up. And I didn't want, you know, and they're still in their beginning building stages. And I didn't want, you know, to kind of have them worrying about me or me having to ask come asking them questions and poking at them every 5 minutes. Like, hey, did you go through this? Did you deal with that? Because I've got the new owners group and I can kind of get the information that way. So I kind of put it on the back burner so that they can continue to push growing. You know, so they're in a major growing phase right now.
They're very cool, though. I do not think, because of how they were treated, I do not think they would do that to you.
Yeah, I would hope not. So, I mean, we do have a really good relationship. We did I don't know if you ever do the team challenges or whatever, but we did a team challenge in October, and Lisa ended up being my coach. And then we did a team challenge in February, and I was on her team, like team challenge, Lisa team 2.0. Of course, our team won both times. Woo! So it was fun. We got to go out in a limo and go to dinner and had really a lot of fun with our group. So,
Teresa, did your trainers go to Dustin's training?
We hosted it last year, so but you know, now Matt Wilbur, if you ever go up there, like his to me, his trainers are rock stars. Like they bring the energy. So even when Dustin came to us, we already had a lot of what he was bringing. We learned stuff from him, but we were almost already there. Mm-hmm. I do think the energy that is brought in your gym by your trainers makes people want to stay. Like, you don't allow empty air time. Like, whoever's on the mic, they have to talk pretty much the whole time unless they're correcting someone and they, you know, cover the mic up to correct. Yeah. But you don't have empty air time at all. They talk the whole time. Like, and you know, so we have certain protocols set up for our trainers.
Okay. How did you train them to do that? Did you send them to Matt or?
No, well, they saw Dustin, but when they come in, so they start as a second trainer, and then when we put them on the mic, and then we'll record them, like just audio record, and then we'll play it back. And then we just, it's a hands-on, like we'll just say, like, we have now as a second trainer. And you know, we'll watch her, and then the next class will be like, okay, you need to touch everyone at least once. You need to correct, you need to touch them, you need to encourage. You need to touch everyone in when they come through your area that you're in.
Okay.
Single person.
So you do them in zones?
Well, yeah, the second trainers stay. We have like the second suite is sort of off, so they stay in that area, and then they'll come up. If we ever have 3 trainers, yes, they have to stay in zones, because if we have 3 trainers, there's so many people.
Yeah. Okay.
And names. They have to know, and I will literally, because I struggle with names, I'm not up there all the time, and I'll go, what's the lady in the pink shirt? And they're like, of course you asked the one person I don't know. But I will literally hound my trainers when I'm there. What's this person's name? What's this person's name? Like, we make, and some of our trainers are great at it, and some of them struggle just like me. I have to work.
Okay.
I have 2 questions. On the Facebook end of things, do you have everybody friends with you, or do you have Teresa FBBC?
It's my personal.
Okay.
And when you have, like, so let's say, we have 130 people new in the gym. The front desk staff has my Facebook login. I'm like, go find them all and ask them to be my friend, because I don't have time. But they all know my personal life. It's out there. So
right. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I missed the question. It broke up for me. What was the question?
Okay. The question was, does she just use only her personal Facebook page, or does she have a separate business Facebook page where, you know, she's Teresa White FBBC or Teresa FBBC, and she just uses just the one she has as her personal one, so she puts personal stuff and business stuff on it. I say that because I know that people tag you, and every single member that checks in on Facebook that day with their hashtag charity check-in will tag you. And so you will actually have your Facebook will be flooded with, oh my God, I almost died today. Susan made the hardest workout. Oh my God, what was that move? A bear crawled this and a bear crawled that and a bear and a bear and a bear and a bear, whatever,
I don't look through my notifications typically,
Right.
It's too much, know, it's too
Well,
much.
I mean, and I think that by doing that as well, though, if you do swing through them, you kind of would, like, at least you kind of get to know people a little bit. Sally's got a daughter that whatever, and then that way.
Well, I will tell you, Matt Wilbur makes they don't do separate, they do their own, and he'll tell their trainers, if so-and-so's daughter won an award at school and you saw it on Facebook, you need to recognize that. Hey, congratulations to your daughter. He makes his trainers they get paid so much time a day to be on Facebook, to like their members' post, and to see what's going on with them. And our trainers do it automatically. We don't have to tell them to do that. But you basically, so-and-so just got back from Greece. If you go up and say, hey, how was your trip in Greece? It just makes you like, hey, you really do know where I am or who I am or what I'm doing. So Matt Wilbur promotes that tremendously.
Okay. I do have one last question. You have a kids corner.
Yes.
How do you manage that? Do you have staff that is there for the kids corner, and do you have the parents sign a waiver for each one of those children? Because every once in a while, the door to the kids corner might get flung open, and somebody's got to go to the bathroom, and they go trucking it across the floor, and you're like, oh, kettlebell, here we come.
All right, so our kids corner is right by our front desk staff, and typically kids are there while we have staff.
Okay.
And then we have a gate on it. That the parents have to sign a waiver. We tell parents they need to bring stuff to be self-entertained for 30 minutes. We're not holding screaming children. If they have to go to the bathroom, the front desk staff will take that child, walk them to the floor. The parent has to come up off the floor and take them to the bathroom and bring them back. During the summer, we have started that this we can have up to 30 kids in our kids corner.
Oh my God.
So we pay a college girl to come up, and she sits in the kid corner during the morning classes. She sits in there during the morning.
She has to be CPR certified. That's basically the only requirement, right?
We do not offer childcare.
Okay.
So that's a different insurance.
Okay.
So it's a kids corner where, you have to sign a waiver. We're not changing diapers. We are not doing none of that. A lot of younger kids don't come. The parents don't bring kids. They typically all have an electronic device, and they all just sit over there. They can stand up on the bench and look at the workout, see their parents work out. But during the summer, it spirals a little out of control. And some older kids will sit out on the benches in the lobby. We have a clean shoe policy at our gym, though. So now when class is over, they have to clear off the benches, and our members can change shoes.
Okay.
So, but it's this time of year in the summer, we added an extra morning class to hopefully spread those children out. So they all don't come at 9:30. So we added one more later morning class. We have she's 19. She sits in there and just sort of makes sure nobody kills anybody while they're in there.
Yeah.
Is that a separate room, or is it just like half walls, or what's that look like?
Mm-hmm. Half walls.
Okay.
Right up front. It's right up front. And we have a TV in there, but you can watch it, but you can't hear it because the music's so loud. But,
right. Yeah. Okay.
Dawn,
Uh-huh.
got any more?
Yeah, that's my notes.
All right. Jody, how about you?
I'm all set. She answered every question I had.
Well, a lot of questions. That's good. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if there's anything more to talk about. I think we covered a lot of topics. It was great to have you on, and I hope that I can get a coach. I don't have a team yet, and I'm recruiting right now. So if I can get a couple of coaches, I'd love to be down there in August.
Yeah.
So
You come to know what you're looking for. I will tell you, not all of our coaches started off as rock stars. Like, they came in and, you listen to them, but they have grown into their own personalities. We have no male coaches right now. Well, we have one day a week, Thursday morning. We are all female, which is like totally not like most gyms. Most of them have, like Matt and them have a bunch of male trainers. We are all female right now. We're looking for a guy, but we haven't found the right one yet. But they've grown and they've just on the mind. They have just, it's amazing. So just because somebody starts off, don't give up on them. They got to have a good personality to begin with. But that getting on the mic and group training is something that you just have to sort of grow into unless you just done it all along.
yeah, I had a 15-minute get to know you call with a candidate today, and I have a good feeling about her. And I told her, look, I'm hiring for character first and foremost. And, if you're willing to learn and grow, then, let's take it to the next step. So, and I said, look, you gotta be okay with getting on the mic because every session is going to be mic'd by somebody. And I'm not going to accept anything less than that. So she seemed very, very into that and accepting. So hopefully I can meet her and then discuss going forward. The only problem is she can only probably do like 2 sessions early morning.
Yeah.
But that's 2 sessions more than I had before. I have nobody yet, so we'll see what happens. I expect I'll have to hire, I don't know, 4 part-timers at least.
Probably to start, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then. Very good. This was great, Teresa.
Well, glad to do
Thanks,
it.
Teresa.
You're welcome.
Thanks a lot for everything. It was really great. And I'm going to post the replay to the new owners group. And I think that, everybody was going to get a lot of value out of this. I thought we're going to have more people, but maybe they were just busy in their own world.
This holiday week.
Yeah. Okay, then.
Awesome.
Thanks a lot, Teresa.
Welcome.
Thanks a lot, Jody, Dawn, and I saw Sean pop in for a little while. Okay.
All right.
Thanks a lot for everything, and you guys enjoy the rest of your week.
Yeah, you too.
Bye now.
See ya.
Yeah.